EEZEE Podcast Studio, back on the move again, entertaining today our great friends Peter and Sabin from High Winds, Aruba High Winds event, which is one of the most magnificent events on this island. A lot about surfing, a lot about the culture of surfing, entertainment, festival, so much to talk about. Guys, welcome to EEZEE Podcast Studio.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, we want to dive in straight into the work that you do. Obviously, very appreciated that you do a lot of it. Volunteer. You're part of a board members that are taking this event on and really year-round working on it, right?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay. Aruba High Winds. It's a long time that it started with Ruben Cruz and Anthony Block. They started the Aruba High Winds, and during all these years, other people took it over, organizing it. They took it over from them, and like 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago, my son started windsurfing. And I took over the role from the mother of Sarakita, our champion, our windsurf champion, and I became a board member of the WRCA, the Wind Racers Club Aruba, and then High Winds was already running, and then they asked me to be part of the High Winds organization, and also a connection with the WRCA.
Sure.
So that's how I came in, and I took it over, and I'm still there. My
Wow.
son is already an adult and not living on Aruba anymore. He flew out, but I still kept working for the Aruba High Winds.
And I know, I heard that you were a competitor, or you did kite surfing or
I
windsurfing.
did never compete in
Okay.
Aruba High Winds, but I was windsurfing, yeah.
Wow.
But it's a few years ago already that I did it last. But yeah, I am coming from the windsurfing, and I also always liked the part of the windsurfing in Aruba High Winds because we have a lot of different disciplines in it. But the last years, of course, kite surfing became really popular.
Yep.
So windsurfing became less and less. But I always try to keep it in the Aruba High Winds. So,
Right. So,
yeah.
of course, the culture of this sport is amazing.
Yes.
You know, you can't go wrong with a beach, sand, walking barefoot, connecting with nature,
True.
and also working your body, such an extreme workout, but still having fun around it.
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure I know why Peter is in, but maybe you should tell me how you got him hooked up on it.
Yeah, you can tell them.
Well, so how did I get in? That's the question I keep
How long
asking
ago?
myself.
How long ago?
I got in 2020, I think. And then so Sabin and I have been dating since then, and thought that it would be a good opportunity because at the time during COVID, Aruba High Winds went on a hiatus for a couple of years because there were no events.
Yep.
And I think we were actually the first event after the end of COVID.
Yep.
But during that period of time, she asked if I wanted to do it because the other board members were wanting to transition away. So that's what I do. So I'm a treasurer on the board.
Guilty by association.
That's right. That's right.
Got lured in.
I got suckered in.
You got suckered in, but you cannot complain.
I cannot.
I cannot complain.
Well, because I was telling someone the other day, so why do I do it, right? I don't windsurf. I don't kite surf.
Okay.
I'm also not a native Arubian. But I tell you, the joy and the fun that we see on people's faces when we put on the event.
Yep.
I mean, it's just unimaginable and so exciting and invigorating.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's why we do it. That's why I do it.
You got to get the bug.
Yeah. Well, that's true. I need to. Right?
You see them come out of the water. They're all buffed. They're all blondes. Everybody looking so good.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Maybe something is you should do that.
Yeah, that office is the best ever.
This is it. This is your office, the water.
Yeah.
But you know, I want to track back because before the event itself, you have a year-round operation and organization to
Yes.
get to that. There's a lot of moving parts.
It's a lot of work. We all work as volunteers.
Okay,
And during the event, we have like 100 volunteers extra to help us.
Amazing.
So it's like a whole company and a big organization. So it's a lot of work. And I'm a school teacher, so my students tell me, "Oh, teacher, you help organize Aruba Highwind, so you have a lot of money." No, I do not, because we are a non-profit organization.
Yep.
So we get money from sponsors, and we use the money to organize the event, and what's left we give it to charity.
wow,
Yeah.
amazing,
So,
such a good cause.
yes.
And you know what? The event itself is the cause for the donations, for the
Yes.
support, for the sponsorships. Obviously, it's such a cool event to sponsor.
Yeah.
Come on.
And it's
It is.
really cool to organize too, because it's really we try to do it for the people of Aruba.
Yeah.
They and also for the tourists, of course, that come to visit. But the entrance is free, so everybody can come. We have a food court, and with a variety of local food.
Yes.
And also we ask always our food vendors to keep the prices like low, affordable, that families can come. We have a bar for drinks, but people are also allowed to
Bring their own.
Bring their own.
Amazing.
So it's really available for everybody.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, I can share a little bit my personal experience with high winds. Obviously, I'm taking my family every year, just going to the beach and enjoying the festivity, the feeling of it, seeing competitors from around the world. And we're going to touch on that in a minute because I want to hear how many competitors are coming, where do they come from? And you know what? Very uniquely, they all have their day jobs.
Yes.
It's not something that you do it as a business or to support yourself,
No.
but they take their time to come over here.
Yes.
So how do we connect the tourists that are on the island with this event, and how do we connect more of the locals to this event? What is the message we want to bring out?
Yeah, the food court and the entertainment that we have at night, that's really we have
Local
a lot
oriented.
of, yes, very locally oriented, and we have a lot of entertainment, and we have like team nights like rock, Caribbean rock, reggae night,
Yep. Yep.
Caribbean
Carnival.
mix, carnival. So we have, it's a nice program from about 7 at night. The band start playing like around 7 at night till 12.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many competitors come to these events in the last years?
For water sports, we probably average a little over 150.
Wow.
And then another 150 or so for mountain biking. And then,
They mostly repeat. They mostly come every year.
yeah, most of the people are repeat, although we have some people coming in and out. You know, professionals, it depends on their schedule, of course. And then here recently, we have the Professional Windsurfing Association.
Okay.
And they really want to, so Sabin was saying it has kind of dropped off maybe in the past few years, but they really want to improve or have more membership. So what they are doing is they're trying to encourage the youth to participate. And so that's what we started with,
Yes.
the youth participation.
Yes. Because if you want to touch that, there's probably some youth programs on the island to motivate
Yeah.
more kids to participate in this.
Already. And
Wow.
we also interact with the other islands as well.
Okay.
So there's a common, interaction between us, Bonaire,
Yes.
Curacao,
Yes.
and of course the PWA.
Okay. Before we jump into the interesting part, who is the most extremes people from around the world? Like, is there any favorites or competitors? We love to, I was starting to tell you about my experience and the dancing, the vibe, the good food, everything around this event is so amazing. And I heard that it's a long time running since 87, 30 something years.
37 This is the 37th year.
How did it start? Do you know the story?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, because we last year, no,
Last year.
yeah, last year we reached out to Ruben Cruz,
Okay.
who was in our story. Who are we? Aruba High Winds. So we have the story from there were two men sitting on a beach, and they were thinking, oh, we want to organize it. So we wanted to hear it from him. How did it really start? So we stayed at his house for hours talking about it, and so we had the whole history of it, how it really started. And yeah, with a little funds, they made it to a really big event.
Okay.
Because
And-
Ruben was a professional.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to figure out the
Anthony
connection.
too, yeah, they both were.
And they both observed it. I think it was Curacao, maybe. And they said, hey, if these guys can do it in Curacao, because it's difficult in Curacao because the water drops off
The
faster,
deep- there's
right?
deep- okay.
It's deeper. And we have more of a shallow surface here. And he said,
Amazing.
we should be able to do it better in Aruba. And yeah,
And with the trade winds
right.
and a flat surf. Listen, there is a plateau here around that kite surfing area that is amazing for it.
Yeah.
You see the drone shots. By the way, talking about
Right.
drones. Oh my God! Last few years,
I
you
know.
guys are booming with the aerial shots.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Makes it easier.
We owe that to the Dutch drone gods.
Okay.
Vince.
who is actually a Ruben. But
Yeah, he
Yeah.
calls it Dutch drum gods, but he is originated from Aruba.
But I love it. He
Yeah.
gets, man, you get to the point that you actually can follow them on the water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they're
also
so
nice, and where we worked on a lot the last years to cover it live, because people are on the beach, and indeed it's very nice to see. But the happenings far on the water, you can see it.
Yeah.
We have a long distance race that goes from the fishermen's huts to Arashi around the buoy, and then to Eagle Beach.
Wow.
So you can only follow the start,
Yeah.
and then you see them far away, like little. But yeah, it's not so exciting to see it so from that far. So we have live streaming online, and also on a big screen on the beach, so
Alright.
people can still follow it.
Kind of detour from the subject, but I know. So he started it back in the days.
Oh yeah, sorry.
From Curacao. No, it's okay. It happens. But friendly chat. I love jumping from subject to subject. But he started it, and then he picked up because I've seen videos from all those years, which was a big event.
Yes.
The whole beach was just pink and yellows and colorful, and people,
Yes, he had huge sponsors at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heineken, and
Yeah,
big companies.
Yeah.
But it was trendy, and I think it's trendy right now.
Yeah, but then windsurfing was really a hot topic
Yes.
at the time.
Yes.
And now, of course, we also have more hotels and everything that
Right.
block the wind. So the wind is less favorable for windsurfing, but still, it's really nice to do it. We have a beautiful blue highway there.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure there's a few topics that it comes to mind when you talk about high winds and those competitions, and especially the culture and the people. Sustainability, beach preservation, everything is so clean. Everybody's taking care of their surroundings, which I know it's a big thing with that culture
Yes.
of surfers. They're connected to the water and to the beach, right?
Yes. That's their home.
The passion,
They
yeah, their
spend
home.
all their time on the water. When my son was little, he was every day out of the water,
Wow.
out on the water. We never owned a PlayStation or something because he was always outside.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, so so they really care about it. And yeah, we have a permit, of course.
Yes.
We need all our permits in order, and we have a cleaning team. So we are really keeping the beach really clean.
And we stay pretty well connected with the government.
Okay.
Because as being saying, we have to.
They're very supportive.
They are very supportive, but they also want us to do our best too, right?
Yes.
Because the beach is, of course, for everybody,
Public.
but we need to preserve it. And so DIP and the police station, they are intimately involved in the permitting, and also to make sure that we follow the requirements.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they know it's a great add-on for Aruba.
Oh, they love it.
They love it.
Yeah.
And I saw the Marines come and they put up a tent over there, which is awesome. The Army
Yes.
comes in. They probably have some surfer dudes coming. And
They help for the safety on the water.
And the safety.
Yeah.
yeah, safety
Very
measures is a
important,
big
yes.
thing.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, without safe. I mean, come on.
Yes,
We cannot have someone injured on the water. Forget it.
of course.
No.
Did
So-
you have any incidents, or I mean, we don't. I mean, don't have to touch it, but there's probably some interesting stories from future, from past experience.
Now we have a photographer, Tony. He always comes from the US.
Yeah.
Mostly, he was once hit by a board on his head.
No.
That was big news, but that was about it.
I think it happens.
Yeah.
But everybody's so chilled. They're so cool about it. You know, they help each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
I see the vibe. I mean, I feel the vibe. As I told you, I come with my family. We sit on the beach. Everybody has even kind of a spiritual look at their eyes. You know,
Yeah.
like it's something that it's not only for the winning of it.
Now, when you look at the after movies,
Yeah.
all those beautiful shots with the sunsets and
Oh my God.
yeah, it's beautiful.
All right, Stella. So it's coming right now, right? When is the date?
28th through June 2nd.
28th or June 2nd.
So we have we have registration for the last few months, but we have our last time to register from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock on the 28th. And then after that, the race team gets together and they put together the heats and we're ready to start. And we kick off the evening by opening it up, saying thank you to our sponsors. And I can't emphasize that enough.
Yeah.
Because without the sponsors, we have no high winds to the extent that it is now.
Exactly.
We have over 30 sponsors,
Wow.
and they give not only time and money, but that they do services as well.
Yeah. This is kind of an advisory board. It's always good to go back and forth with the sponsors. They have sometimes good tips to give.
They do.
But you guys have a lot of experience, years on making it, in a year-round work around it to set it up, to communicate with everybody and kind of tie up all those loose ends. But when the event is on, for the last 2 years, it was spotless.
Yeah.
We saw it was very flowing. People don't see any issues. Even if you have it, you keep it in the back area.
We fight at home.
Exactly. Everybody's having fun. And I know there is a bigger message here. I would probably call everybody that is on the island, on the beach at that day,
Yes.
walk over.
Those
Walk
days,
over.
yeah.
You have to carry yourself and go over and seeing it. I'm pretty sure the contenders love when there's a big audience.
Of course.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, aerial jumps, some tricks, some maneuvers.
Yeah.
That's a good point because as the long distance races and the slalom races are sort of away from the coast.
Yep.
But every day we have something closer to the shore.
Yep.
So we have what's called a big air.
Okay.
And so you have a group of most times like 30 of the best, and then they jump.
Yeah.
And then we measure the height that they jump up.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You measure the height?
Yeah.
Oh my God. What's the highest?
I think about 20 meters.
Yeah, about 20 meters
Yeah.
here. But in other places, they even go higher. So, yeah, we're excited about that. And then on the last day, we'll do something called kite cross. And kite cross is an obstacle course.
Okay.
So it's also very close to the shore. And it's kind of fun because we have 3 kiters going off at the same time and they're crashing into each other and also to the obstacles. So it's a bit funny to watch.
Okay, so definitely we'll try to support. We'll try to walk on the beach with a flag. High winds, Aruba high winds starting right now. Walk over with us. We're gonna do traveling mic, and you know what? This time around, we're gonna come in with your permission, of course. Interview some competitors
That would be
and
nice.
just do some social networking with them. And I told you it's very exciting. I think it's one of the most exciting things that is happening in Aruba.
Yes.
On the water. Mostly it's chilled. Everybody's on the water with just floaties.
It's a good vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, good vibe.
Yes, for sure.
And I'm pretty sure I'm going to pick up this thing maybe in a year. Maybe I'll be a contender one day.
That would be good.
You never know.
Hey, call me. We'll take lessons
We'll
together.
take lessons together. I already tried it a few times. I don't know if I have the coordination, or I was never able to understand how do they change position, how do they change direction from this.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to kind of turn it around.
It's spectacular.
But
it's really good. Yeah.
It's very exciting.
Well, I'm told for people who are beginning, it's probably maybe best to do wing surfing, wing
Okay.
foiling or wing surfing. So you have the wing in front of you,
Yep.
and if you feel uncomfortable at any moment, all you have to do is drop it, and
Okay.
then automatically you stop. With the kite, it's a little bit more complicated. Sabine's afraid that I'm going to cut somebody's neck off because it has a
Those lines.
You know, the lines are associated with it, but
Oh, wow.
the wings falling is, you know, it's right here.
Easier.
Yeah, it's easy.
It looks easy.
It looks easy. I don't know if it is.
What?
After I learn, I'll let you know.
How young do they start? Like, do we have competition for youngsters?
Yes, we
Wow.
have kids competition every day from 10 till 11:30, and they have 3 different courses. One is very close to the shore, 1 line only from point A to B,
What's the
and
ages?
as small as like under 6, even like
Oh
the
my
smallest
God.
with
Yeah,
the
so
little
cute.
sails. It's
Really?
cute, yes. And then we have one course a little bit further that's with around one buoy. They go around one buoy and they come back. And then the kids, the super kids, we used to call them the super kids, and they go around twice around the buoy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
those are the kids.
Do you see the competitiveness in their eyes at 6 years old?
Yeah.
And you can see them
It's
grow over
mostly
the last
fun.
4 years.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay.
I've seen kids that maybe not from 6, but are younger, and now they're out further in the water and they're competing because they see other kids and they look up to them. And the parents are also very involved.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really nice. A family
A surfer dad most likely have a surfer kid
probably.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
right.
likely, yes.
to follow up his food track.
Yeah, for sure.
Do we have any champions in Aruba?
Yeah, we have
Yes.
Sarakita, of course. He's the
Okay, we have locals like stars. I love it.
Yeah, Sarakita is a big star.
Okay.
Yes.
She's huge. Well, I think
She's 25 times world champion.
Wow.
Yeah,
Amazing.
at
On
least.
windsurfing.
Wow.
Yes, but she can do everything. She's good at kite surfing, wind foiling, everything.
Yeah, she's a good athlete.
Yes,
in
Really.
general,
but
but-
we have a lot of good, also young competitors that are now competing all over the world.
In the Olympics, we
Yeah.
had
Ethan, Westra.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where do the other great competitors come from? Is there a specific country? Like, is the States running up good candidates, or Europe?
We also have really good competitors from Bonaire.
Bonaire.
Yes, and also from the Netherlands, from South America, from other countries,
France. And
France, Poland, Denmark. I see.
And when they come here, they have their own sponsors.
Sometimes,
Oh,
yes, they do.
So if they're good enough, they would have their own sponsors.
Yes. And PWA is the Professional Windsurf Association. So the windsurfers that surf in the PWA are pros.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
We also had Rob Douglas. He is a multiple world champion for the wing foil.
And Rob is from the U.S.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Okay, so we have to interview them for sure.
Yes. I will let you know who they are.
Thank you. What can you tell us about the main events as far as for music or entertainment? What are you planning? If you can share a little bit.
We can. It's
Okay.
exciting.
Great.
You take it.
It is really nice.
I hope there's a good house rave party or something. They're not connected to that music, right? They're more into reggae or
more the beach vibe.
Beach vibe-
But
beach vibe.
There is like African house,
Okay.
a little bit like we have the combination with the tambour and the house music, the
Yeah.
DJ.
live
we have
show.
2 of those groups, and we have like Wednesday night. We start with Shine and Groove Masters. That's a very popular band among the young people.
Okay.
And then Thursday we have 2 rock bands, Ozone and Yaba, and we have Tsunami. So that's also a very popular band. And then Friday we have a reggae night with 4 bands even.
Wow.
We have and we have Dreamland. We have High Culture,
Yeah.
Rootsy Rhythm. And then Saturday we have our big star Jeon performing, and Lutisa with her band, and Mystical Connection, Earplugs. That's also a band that is for years already performing on High Winds.
Amazing.
The musicians are surfers, windsurfers too.
Oh, oh
Yeah,
wow!
a lot of
Surfing in the morning and singing in the
we have a
evening.
lot of musicians actually who are performing, who are surfing during the day and performing at night.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Oh
Yes.
my God, it's such a
Yeah.
lifestyle.
And then Sunday we have Mystical Connection and the Honeypot. That's really the high winds
And
band
Vince.
too. And Vince, the drone god,
Yeah,
he's also performing
the DJ.
with
Or
his friends.
oh, okay.
No, the drone pilot.
The drone pilot.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the one that makes those beautiful drone shots.
Again, such a lifestyle.
And he's on top of that, he's the nephew of Ruben Cruz, who started High Winds.
Oh wow!
it's
So
all
he has a
connected.
family
Everything is
connection.
connected. Yes.
There's
That's really nice.
synchronicities. There's no coincidence in life, apparently.
Right.
But again, the lifestyle. You know, the lifestyle. Everybody that looks at the beach and look at those competitors and they say, "Wow, they have such a great life." You know, the
Well,
connection and everything. So
I have the example with my son, who is now 27, and he was when he was young and he was surfing, and he had all these friends from Aruba and from Bonaire, from Curaçao. They are still friends nowadays,
Wow.
and they still do kite camps together or surf camps together. So that's really a connection for a lifetime.
yeah,
And not
Yeah.
just here in Aruba, but also
Yeah.
in Europe.
Yes, also in Europe. Yeah. So all over the world they go. He lives in Norway now. So even in Norway they do snow kiting. So it's all for the rest of their life. These connections are made.
I have a feeling Peter really wants to go into kite surfing because
Maybe.
oh my God, you're surrounded by it. You know, with Sabin, with your son, with everything that you
Yeah.
do. There is challenges though throughout the way, right? There is a lot of hurdles you have to come across.
That's what I hear. Maybe I'll just be an observer.
Okay, we can do that.
Yeah.
I wanna again send a request or notice for everybody to come and join this great event.
Yes.
And we're surely gonna be there. We're gonna see all your great work. We're gonna sit down and see all the competitors. And looking forward to see some high jumps,
Yes.
some tricks on the water. Have hopefully everything with safety and clean beach at the end.
Yes, for sure.
And we call all locals, we call all tourists to come and enjoy this,
Yes.
right?
It's a really good opportunity for tourists too, because if you
Yep.
haven't, so often what do you see? You see tourists will sit at the hotels and enjoy the beach. And of course, the beach and the water is fantastic here. But this event, I think, gives you a glimpse into the local culture because you hear it through music and also the way people interact together. We always tell people when they visit here, it's not a show that it's one happy island. People literally are very happy and very outgoing. And why is that? And I think this is one of those things that allows us to show each other and also other people if they come to visit.
Right.
That really is a nice, happy island.
Right. And I want to tell you guys, your passion is very much seen on the actual event. Like
Yes.
the passion and the people that work really hard behind the scene, it really shows at the day. It's seemingly everything works, everything flows.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of worries before, but once it's done, you feel a sense of accomplishment.
That's
Yes.
true.
And we see it also in the number of volunteers that register, that approach me, like so many people that work in different fields, but then still want to give to the community and help during this event. It's really heartwarming.
Well, you have
Yeah.
another volunteer
Oh,
here
good.
for us. If not, I'm volunteering my wife.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. Any last words that you want to say to the volunteers, to the participants, the island itself, friends, family that gives you the time to work on it? What do you want to say?
Well, I just want to say one more thing about the volunteers and the participants. We do our best to try to make the event welcoming and nice and challenging for the competition. But we don't know everything.
Yeah.
And we're open to advice, thoughts, because also the field is progressing and it may go one way or the other, which is also okay. So we like to be adaptable and open. So if you have thoughts, let us know. We hope you enjoy yourself.
Because we do it for them. We do it
Yes,
for
we
the
do.
happy faces. We do it for the people that we see that they enjoy it. I always do organize a kids activity on the Saturday morning for kids from Mickey Foundation and Imeldahof. And when you see those faces and the smiles, and I have pictures, then yeah, that's really the best.
Yes.
That's the award. That's what I do it for. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It really shows your passion is really evident, and volunteers that are coming, they're wonderful people.
Yes.
They actually make everything move at the end. But we are so excited. It's so close.
Yeah.
It's right around the corner. Right around the
I know.
corner. I know you're so busy, so thank you very much for participating even in this small session with
Yeah.
us. But we're gonna see you on the beach.
Yeah,
Of course.
for sure.
All right.
Okay.
Sabin,
Thank
Peter, Aruba High Winds
you. Yes.
coming up.
Thanks.
Thank you coming. EEZEE Podcast Studio. Gonna see you on Traveling Mike at the day of the event. See you soon.